The years of fan casting and speculation are over. Long have we waited, wondered, thrown our opinions in the ring, but now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our live action Joel and Ellie. What do I think? I fucking love it. Let's start with the one that was announced first. We have Bella Ramsey in the role of Ellie. To be honest, when I first heard this, I was a bit disappointed. I've got nothing against her as a person. I don't really know her as a person. But the two roles I remember are from Lyanna Mormont from Game of Thrones and the annoying girl whose name I can't remember from His Dark Materials. I think it was because of this association with annoying characters that I wasn't happy with the news, but literally like 5 minutes after the excitement and all that shit settled, logic came back and I went, hang on, actors can have range. There's nothing wrong with this casting at all. And really, after two roles, I don't know nearly enough about her acting abilities to say whether she'll be good. I can just say I'm on board with it. The big criticisms I'm seeing with this choice are, she's got a very British voice, and putting on an accent could be problematic if she's not, like, perfect at it, to which I understand to an extent. But I really don't think that the casting directors and the people making these decisions would have overlooked something like that. I'm sure she can do a good voice and match Ellie, and I'm sure they wouldn't do something like make Ellie more British. The other big criticism is that she doesn't look like Ellie from the game, which... come on guys, it doesn't matter. Of course, looking like the character in the game would be a great bonus and would help us identify these characters more as the ones we know and love from the games, but that is so far from vital to the role. She looks close enough to the age, and she looks like a young woman, and she has a good angry face. That's all you need for the character of Ellie. Same goes with the report yesterday that Mahershala Ali was offered the role of Joel. Of course, I'm sure you can imagine the responses that news got, but Mahershala is great, well renowned, he's brilliant. I don't recall seeing him in a Joel-like role before, so I couldn't comment and make a comparison, but if he was offered it, then there's gotta be some potential. But the main thing with this was that not one singular part of Joel's character relies on skin colour. He's not defined by his race or skin tone. It's not a part of his story. He's defined by his cold exterior and fiercely powerful paternal nature, along with a sprinkle of savage killing and brutal murder. Joel could be any race. He's just gotta be our lovable dad. On to the second big role announcement. We got motherfucking Pedro Pascal, as our beloved dad, Joel Miller. To be honest again, I was fucking elated when I found this out. I heard the news of Ellie's casting at like 2 a.m. last night. I thought they'd announce Joel's actor too within like the coming hour or so, but I really needed sleep, so I went to sleep and woke up uncharacteristically early for no reason. I didn't have an alarm or anything. Immediately checked my phone, and when I saw that Pedro was cast, I'm sure my exact words out loud to myself were, "Fuck off, no way." There is not a role that Pedro has played, There is not a role that Pedro has played where I haven't enjoyed him. He even made the new Wonder Woman enjoyable, which was a film I was desperate to get to the end of and forget about. Also, to go off a little bit, I got to writing a tweet earlier, and actually realised a lot of parallels between Joel and the Mandalorian's Din Djarin during the process of writing that little tweet. So, you got a guy who is mostly a recluse from society. He's tasked with retrieving and delivering a package to a group of people, only to find out that the package in question is a child with special characteristics. The child and man don't really click much straight away, but their bond develops over time. The man then delivers the child to the people he was tasked with delivering him to, and once he realizes their true intentions of harming the child, fights them off to save the child and run away. Pretty cool, huh? I suppose you could go even further, actually, and say after they escaped, they lived a better life, sort of away from the dangers that they once faced, and then eventually those past mistakes caught up to them, and they got attacked, and suddenly child and man are separated. I am not looking forward to seeing that in the show. Stop taking Pedro's kids away from him, for fuck's sake. It's like a fucking mum from Cumbran. Oh god, I'm getting in trouble for that one tonight. So Pedro is an absolutely awesome choice I never would have considered, but I am so glad they went for. Now for the other characters. Annie Hershing could return to play Tess herself, I reckon. She looks the part, and I'm sure with a lot of effort and training, she can get somewhat close to Tess's character. That was sarcasm, by the way. Same with W. Earl Brown returning to play Bill. I'd love to see that. Merle Dandridge is yet another one I'd welcome back into their role. She played Marlene in the games. She did great. Someone on Twitter suggested Elijah Wood for David when Elijah reacted to the news, and I actually love that shout. Could completely see him as a calm, friendly, nice guy who's secretly a kid-murdering cannibal and potential paedophile. To be honest, I wanted to see Jeffrey Pierce come back to play Tommy again, but people are all screaming Nikolai Coster-Waldau and stuff like that, and I'd be open to those guys as well, but obviously Pierce is a very good choice, having, a little bit of experience with the character. As for Henry, I'd again go with the gaming counterpart with Brandon Scott. Fuck's sake. See, this is the problem with reformatting a story or performance that already had amazing actors. I just want to see those actors come back. Obviously, I wouldn't work with someone like Ashley Johnson coming back to play young Ellie, because she's fucking 37 now, but so many other characters would work well with their game actors. Abby is getting a lot of Brie Larson suggestions. I rate that. That's not bad. I don't think they'll do that, but we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty stumped for that one, actually. Naughty Dog QA lead Gabby said on Twitter she'd want to see either Laura Bailey or Brie Larson play Abby on the TV screen, so there you go. I mean, I worry more than anything for the actor who plays Abby, because, as we know, people are fucking stupid. Whoever gets the eventual, probably season 2 job of bashing Joel's brains in is going to get a barrage of hate. People don't seem to understand what acting is, basically. To be fair, though, I imagine with someone like Abby, the casting decision is a while off being made. I can't imagine them putting her in the first season, unless they're, gonna try and make you really like Abby before you hate her. Oh. We'll see. I've not actually said a whole lot here, have I? Overall, I'm really optimistic about this show today, and there's still a possibility that it could turn out shit, and I'm not sure how they're going to tackle the events of the second game in a TV show. I just really have my doubts about that working in anything other than a video game, but still, I don't know. I haven't watched the show yet. This is a great lineup. They have my trust. I can't wait to see what they do with the show. People, you need to not dismiss the show before seeing it. You don't get to say whether a person is right for the role before you see them in the role. You might be pleasantly surprised. Don't say they're a bad choice because they don't necessarily look like the actor or something. You may well be surprised. This won't be the last time I talk about this franchise. So far from it. I've written 10,000 fucking word essays about this goddamn franchise. So I'm bound to talk about it again. Stick around. Also, the 60-second review of The Medium was supposed to be out last week, but I'm in another unmotivated shit episode. Hopefully this video fixes that. I'm behind on Now in a Minute too. I've got some really good stuff for that next one. Don't judge me, okay? This is shit.